from the Creative Dream Incubator. This is day 6 of 30 days of creative journals. This morning I started with my mandala drawing book, and I made this really cute little one. And usually my mandalas get really big and fill the whole page, and this one just stayed small. It told me it was the mandala of reconfiguration directed by wisdom, and then created with trust and knowing. So it was, I don't usually write this much in this journal. This is my drawing journal of mandalas. But this morning I ended up writing a lot because there was more information coming to me, I guess, through the mandala, and just really seeing change as less change and more reconfiguration. So taking all the qualities that I have, which I like, that I have in my life, like freedom and spaciousness and creativity and joy and alignment and authenticity, and just realigning things and kind of opening up new space, bringing in more light, sort of giving my dreams and myself more of what we need to grow. So that was really cool. And then later on in the day, I wanted to do a collage, and I wanted to express the feeling of what I want to move toward. So it's September. I had a really fantastic summer, and as I move into fall, I want to get a little more organized. I want to start working more. I have new things I want to put into place. So it's that sense of going back to school, getting back to work, getting back into it. And so I wanted to create a vision board kind of, or just a creative expression of how I want that to feel, right? So, because even when you don't know how it's going to look or what it's going to be on the outside, you know how you want it to feel, and that's always the most important part. So I use that as my guiding light. Okay, so I made this. This is the wild, creative abandon of living your authentic truth, and the kind of sparklingness, creating your truth. So that kind of creates the direction that I want to be moving in, and helps, for me, it's just helpful to do that creatively, to ground into it, because visually, right, I can feel that really easy, and it's just important for me to have some of the visual and also some of the written, right? So I did this on the side too. What I ended up doing with this, or where it kind of went, was that I've had this new idea that's been coming to me over the past couple of days, and I've been giving it some time to kind of settle in and talk to me about what it is and what it wants and what we could do together. And, creative people, we have no shortage of ideas, right? So you have ideas coming in all the time. There are infinite ideas out there. But we do not have infinite energy to act on ideas. Right, so it's important for us to be clear about which ideas deserve our time and attention, or probably they all deserve it, but which ideas, if you give them your time and attention, are going to bring you more towards what you want. So that's why I started with this, to sort of remind myself and represent, this is what I'm moving towards, this is what I want. If this new idea that I'm meeting and kind of playing with and seeing how we jive together, if this new idea doesn't lead me towards this, then it's not for me right now. I've often had that problem with my ideas because I have so many of them. If I just act on them, if I just follow that inspiration and quickly act on them, it doesn't necessarily lead me to where I really want to be. And then if I get to a point where I've spent a bunch of time working on this idea, now the idea is kind of dear to me, and now I'm invested in the idea, but it's still not leading me to where I want to go. Right, so I've found it's really helpful and important to do this exploratory process at the beginning when you first have the idea, and not give it a whole bunch of energy and time, and not invest a lot in it until you're sure that this is leading you towards the life you want. So that's what I did on this side of the page. I did the thing where I do a coaching session with myself, and I use the different colors. So coach me was one color and client me was the other color, and I asked myself all these questions about the idea. So I asked, where does the idea come from? What qualities live in it? What's hard or scary about it? Does it move me towards everything I want? And that's where I realized, okay, I have something more to explore here, because there are some places where it does lead me towards what I want, and there are some places where it doesn't quite lead me towards what I want. And so there's like, you really have to be clear. This is so true always, all the time, right? You really have to be clear about what you want. Because possibilities and opportunities are always coming at you. And if if you say yes to everything, you end up with too much. Like, you don't have clarity, right? If you only say yes to things that are in alignment with your true heart's desires, then you have a life filled with only the things that fill you up. And it's a totally different experience than having a life that's full of just everything. So as I wrote here, I have more to explore here. As I list out all the qualities of what I want, I was like, I only want to move towards these qualities. I'm not going to accept a fling with some other qualities at this time. I only want this. This idea doesn't quite have all of these qualities, but I think it's open to change, and we can work together and see if we can get it all in alignment. That's where I finished with, I need to get clearer on what I want and how I want it to be. So clarity is really, really helpful. Clarity is really, really powerful. Having clarity can be kind of a magical experience, and spending lots of time working on having clarity is definitely time well spent. So that's what I'm doing today. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.